Hello students, welcome to the next class of the optimization technique. In this class we will study about how to create a MATLAB code for the two-phase method of the LP. So myself Dr. Garg, working in the School of Mathematics, Thapar Institute. You can contact me through either of the email IDs if there is any doubt regarding any MATLAB code. So what is that the two-phase method? I have discretized this MATLAB program into the 5 phases. The first phase is the provide the given information about the LPP. Then I just try to calculate the entering variable, then the leaving, then we will update the table, and finally we will print the tables and then repeat the process again and again until we will get the optimality condition. So in order to explain these all these phases, so I have explained this with the help of the two-phase method. So I have considered this numerical example. So what is that? Remember that if first task is that you have to convert the problem into the maximization form. So I have converted into the maximization, okay, and then after that you have to write in the standard form. Always remember that in this LPP, because this is the standard form, how many input parameters are there? One is the cost, okay, second is the basic information about that is a constraint. This is my information. This information is denoted as a matrix A, and the basic variable, because once you are trying to solve this, so you have to write here as a basic variable, this as a matrix, and this as a cost. So firstly I just type this in the MATLAB file. So this is the MATLAB code of the two-phase method. So you have to start from here. So just write there basic information. So phase one is basic information. So I just write the original cost of the LPP. So what is the original cost is this one. Okay, so minus 7.53. Here S1 is my 0 plus 0x2 plus 0x3. Okay, so I can write here as this value are there. So I have all written here, this is there, okay, and also I define the number of the variables are there. So I can copy this variable are here. So look at that in this LPP how many variables are there. So that is S1, X2, X3, S1, S2, A1 and A2. So I write here X1, X2, X3, S1, S2, A1, A2, and one solution will also be there. And this O is for the optimal. So what is the optimal table corresponding to X1, X2, S3 and so on. So these are the values these are the values which are written here up to this -1, and this last 0 is corresponding to the solution. So now what we do is, now you can write this info given input matrix. So that is the first row, second row. So there are the two rows, so I can write this matrix information here. So this I denoted as this my info. Okay, so this is my basic information. This B is my right hand side, so there is no need of them because I already written in their right hand side. 3 and 2 is my right. So remember, this is the value corresponding to x1, this is x2, this is x3, this is s1, s2, a1, a2 solution. Similarly for the second one. And if you look at that, who makes the I? What is the starting variable is a1, a2. Okay, so and what is the column corresponding to a1 and a2 is, this is the first column, second column, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. So I just write basic variable as 6 and 7. So now I can start the phase 1 of the method. So phase 1 of the method, in the phase 1 what you do is you have to write objective function as -1 only. It means all these other costs are 0. So I just write here cost. This is the cost for the first phase. X1 is 0, X2 0, 0, 0, 0, -1 and again 0. So these are the values are there. And the matrix A I store as a info is. So I just start with here, that is I call as a start BFS. I just store the artificial variable. So these are all those value in the cost whose value is less than 0, because this is -1 always. Now what you do that, now compute Zj minus Cj. Okay, so that's the main task is that. So how I denoted Zj Cj is here. So whatever the cost of the basic variable, multiply this minus of Cj. Cj is my this one. So I just store this value here, and if I just want to run the file, okay, I just run the file. So look at that, the value of this, Okay, look at that, my A is this. Okay, so if now on the left hand side is A1 and A2, so this is my -4, this is +2, and then so on. Now I just want to print the values. Now in order to print the table, you always use this command. So remember this line, this is my array2 table, ZJCJ, and semicolon of the A, matrix A. So if I just want to print this file, then you can see that these are the x1, x2, x3, s1, s2, a1, a2. So this first row is corresponding to zj minus cj. So if you look at that, this row is same as that of this, -4, 2, 0, -5, and then so on. Okay, now what we do that, so in order to find this, so now what we do is phase 1 start. So I can firstly write the heading, that is printf phase 1 start. So say, okay, so look at that, what is the meaning is, so this phase 1 start. Now how in the phase 1, what you do that, you have to find the entering variable firstly. So how you find the entering variable, look at that, my values of this. So you have to find the most negative value are there among only this, that is not from this. For example, in this case you have enter is from -4, not from the -5. So it means you have to find the minimum among all those columns except the last one. Okay, so I have to remove this last column. So how you remove this last column is, so I can write here, I call as a ZC, this is ZJCJ, apart from the end -1, sorry, this is end -1. Clear? So now what we do is, I can say here, so what we'll do, so if I found, if there is any value zj minus cj is less than 0, then we will find the enter, else we will print that printf optimal solution reach. That's the only condition. Okay, and we will end them. So what will happen if none of them, if someone is less than 0, then we will find the entering variable. So how you find the entering variable is, you always find the minimum of ZCB. Okay, so I can store this value as say enter column and call as the pivot column. So this is my entering variable. So if you run the file, so you can see that any of the ZC, so look at that, ZC will be my 0 bit. So why it happens so, because what is my ZCJ is this, so I have to taken this of end -1, so it is from 1 to end. So look at that, in this entering column is my -4. If you look at entering column is this, so what is the position of that is, pivot column is my first column. So you can also print the command like this way, say you can say printf entering column, which is equal to say percentage of d of pvt of column. Okay, so if you want to run the file, so it will print you that entering column is my 1. So once you find the entering column, then your task is to find the minimum ratio. So how you find the minimum ratio is, you firstly find what is this, you have to find the entering variable, living variable. So how you find the living variable is, so in order to find the living variable in this table, you can see that you need the last column, that is a solution column, and the entering variable. So in that I can store this value. So firstly I can store this as say solution, this is the last value. Okay, and I call as the column, which is nothing but my pivot entering variable. So entering variable is denoted as a pvt column. So now how you check that, if you want to run this file, so look at that, which you want to calculate is solution. Okay, that's a 3,2, and you have to divide this with the help of 3,1, so that is column 3,1 is there. Now you have to find the ratio for only those variable whose value is positive. So you have to put the condition, if columns are my less than 0, then you have to display say, or you can say you have to print. What will happen if this is my unbounded solution? Okay, else you will check for each of one. So 1 from size of a comma 1 for each row. If my column of the first position is greater than 0, then you have to find the ratio. So I call as the ratio of I, which is nothing but my solution. This solution I have denoted by this divided by this column. So this divided by column of I. Okay, this. Else if this condition does not satisfy, if means they are the value are either negative or positive, then you are unable to find the ratio. So then I assign the ratio as infinity value, because we want the minimum one. So this is the ratio complete. Okay, now what you do, that once you are able to find the ratio, then what we do, you have to find their minimum value. So I can say, I can write again, here is LPP is unbounded, then you have to find the minimum ratio, and I can print the line here. So I can copy this here, look at that. Okay, so this is my leaving variable. So what we do is, you have how to find the minimum ratio is, so the ratio is stored in the RATIO, you have to find the minimum. Okay, and the index is saved in this one. So now I have to print the file as a minimum leaving row is this. So look at that, if I just run the file, so what will the output be? So look at that, if this is 3.1, this is 3.2, so what is the minimum ratio is? So you can see that in this PPT. So you can see that the minimum ratio is 1, and the second row is, so which one is minimum is here. So the leaving row is, first is my leaving row. So look at that, the leaving row is my 1. Okay, so now what we do is, if the leaving ratio entering variable you find the leaving variable, then you have to find the pivot element. Okay, so this is my pivot element. So what is that? This is a row and the column. So how you find this pivot row and pivot column? So I can write it as, so look at that, I can update the BFS. You can update the BFS. What is the meaning of the update the BFS is, oh sorry, where is that, this. Okay, update the BFS means, now you have, look at that, what is my initial basic variables, that is a1 and a2, 6 and 7. Now the first variable is leaving, now it will be my first, so it's now it will be my 1 7. So if I run the file, now look at that, how many basic variables are there. Okay, so look at that, basic variable are my 1 and 7, because my leaving row is my first row, so first 6 will be leaving, column will be 1. Now, so this is my pivot key. Now you have to update the entries. So how you update the entries are there. So how you, so it means, what is the meaning of this update the entries means, once you are able to find these three, your target is to find all those values are there. So how you find that? You firstly divide this row by this box element, 1 minus 1 by 3. So I have to update this value as a. This row is denoted with the pivot of row. Look at that, this is my position, pivot row, this is comma, this. So I divided this line by complete row is there, and the rest I updated here as this one. So look at that, what is the meaning is, you have to divide the pivot row, the complete pivot row, by the pivot key. So pivot key is that this element, and then you have to update these entries with the help of this. So now here, now the only thing is, you have to update the ZJ minus CJ also. So the same rule I have to apply ZJ minus CJ row here, just only replace capital A with the ZJ minus CJ row. So it is ZJ CJ. Okay, so again this is ZJ CJ, here is ZJ CJ, and this pivot row is remain the same. Okay, now since there is no row are there, so I just denoted as a this simple, so I called as this is my pivot. So now if I just try to run the file, so look at that, what will happen. So if I say this is my initial table, so if I just want to see, look at that, I updated here. So look at that, the values are 0 0 0. So look at that, the next table is 0 1 0. Okay, this is 0.667 minus 3 and so on. So look at that, this is 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3, this, and the last column is minus 1 1 1. Look at that, the last column is, this is minus 1, sorry, minus 1 1 1. Okay, 4 by 3, 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3. Look at that, 4 by 3, 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3. Okay, now what you do is that this is the updation phase. So what do you do that? So now again you have to check whether this is optimal or not. If it is not optimal, then you have to move further. So you have to repeat that. So I can print this loop. So again, printing purpose for this the same, I copy from the above text. Okay, I copied this one, array to table. Now this and the variables are there. Okay, so look at that. If I just run the file, so look at that, what is that? So look at that, this is my first table. This is now updating after the entering and leaving. So this is my x1, x2, and so on. So now you have to repeat the loop again and again until optimal condition satisfied. So what you do is, I can update the BFS solution here. Now how you update the again and again? So I use the here. So I use the termination while loop, start from the entering variable to here. Okay, so start from here, while run is true. If it is true, then they will move further. If any of the variable zj is not there, so it means the current solution is not optimal. Else we have to print the solution that run is full and so on. Okay, so I can print here, else the optimal solution is reached. It means the current BFS is reached. So this is there, and this is the end of the phase 1. So look at that. If I just run the file, so look at that, how many tables are there? This is the first table, first row, entering variable, leaving variable 1, 1. This is again the not optimal. So entering column is my 3, leaving column is 2. Look at that, the table. Look at that, entering is my, so you can enter through this third column, leaving one is my second. So look at that, now it's a 3, 2. After that you will calculate this table. Now look at that, all the values are optimal. Look at that, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, minus 0.5, minus 0.5, 0, 1, 0. Okay, 0, minus 1 by 4, 1 by 4. It's approximately 0. It's a 10 raised power minus 17 and so on. So the current BFS is optimal. So the phase end. It means my optimal phase 1 is ended. Okay, so now you can enter the phase 2. So I can terminate the loop here. Now what you do is, now you can enter in the phase 2. Okay, so I can put up the heading here and I can here. So what you do in the phase 2, look at that. In this, what you do, you have to remove the artificial variable. So remember, now I have saved the artificial variable initially as a start BFS. You can see in the upside. So I have used a semicolon start of the BFS, whatever the position is empty. So this is the remove. Okay, so look at that. If I just run the file, okay, so what is the error is, there is at least one end must be there. So I have to here. Now if I run the file, so look at that, now this is my A. So this highlighted portion is my A. Now I have to delete the A1 and A2. So look at that, 1, 0. Look at that, this column is, you can match with this one. So look at that, these 2 rows are deleted. Now rest portion are same. Now you can calculate the Zj minus Cj. So how you calculate the Zj minus Cj is again the similar procedure. So for the, now this is the A and this is my cost. Now you can repeat the process for the phase 1 again. Okay, so you can copy this entire program, start from here, simplex method start. You can copy this program, okay, and put up here at the end of this. So in order to save the time, I have to copy this file and create a function. This is called as the FUNC. Input parameters are my matrix, basic variable, cost, and this. And I have, you can see that I have copied all this program right now here. You can see, and the phase end. I have to create a function, save this function as a SIMP in the same folder where I have saved this program. Okay, so now you can do that. What you do is that, so I can now see. So where is the program is? Okay, so look at that. What we do is, now I can simply write the program in the one line. Okay, look at that, this. So what is that here? Okay, so instead of this I can delete the everyone. So look at that, now this is a generalized program. Phase 1 start. Okay, so now look at that, my sim one is, first one is my matrix A. So once you enter that phase 1, what is the matrix is A, so I put up A. Next column, next thing you have needed a basic variable. So basic variable is denoted as my BV, so I call as a BV cost and this. So after the phase 1 you will get the two output, one is the basic BFS and matrix A. So you have to write here. After that again I have to use the phase 2. I have, once I remove this, now I can again call the same name SIMP, only the difference is the matrix A is here. Now the cost will be my original cost. Okay, why original cost? Now because in the phase 2 I have to consider the cost of this, and look at that, my original cost is ORAG is denoted as here minus 7.53 and so on. So now once you are run the file here, now I run the file. Now look at that, complete BFS phase end, phase 2 start, now optimal is there. So finally you can print your solution. So how you print your solution is, you can find this and you can complete this simplex method code. So look at that, maximum 45 lines, and start from here, let's start from the 21 and up to the 45 is there. So you can see this is there. I can run the file. So this is my optimal solution. X1 is 1.125. So look at that, optimal solution is X1 is 1.25, X2 is 0, X3 is my 3 by 4. So look at that, X1, X2 0, X3 there, and the solution is minus 9.375. So if you divide, this will remain the same. So this is the simple procedure you can follow in the two-phase method. Okay, so in order to more generalize it, so what we can do, I can show you one more example. So look at that, say if I want to solve this, so what you do that, you firstly change into the standard form. Now just write this matrix. Hey, how many variables are there? X1, X2, S2. So I can change this variable X1, S2. Okay, S2. Look at that, how many variables? S2, S3, A1, A2, S2, S3, A1, A2, and so on. So in the variable, optimal table is remain again same. The only difference is you have to left the A1 and A2. Okay, now in the original matrix, what is the original cost is minus 2, minus 1, and the rest is artificial variable. So look at that, this is the corresponding to X1 cost, sorry, it's a minus 2. Okay, what is the column corresponding to X2 is minus 1, then the second one is minus 1, S2 is 0, S3 0, this is minus 1, this is minus 1, right hand side is 0. Okay, now similarly for here, that is a 3, 1, and so on. So you can copy this, so you can write it. I can write here this cost, I can paste here, and you can see that in this basic variable, who makes the I. So look at that, A1, A2, and S3. So A1 is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth column, sixth column, and S3 is my fourth column. So 5, 6, 4. So I have written as a 5, 6, 4. And what about the cost is, you can change also this phase 1. This is X1, X2, S2, S3, minus 1, and 0. Rest nothing is changed. Okay, now you can simply run the file and you can see the optimal solution is again reached. Look at that, this is my first one is 1, 1. Entering variable is that, look at that, first one is enter, leaving one is again 1. In the second table, entering variable column is second, leaving column is second. Look at, you can see this and this. Look at that, minus 5 by 3, 1 by 3. Look at that, entries are there, minus 5 by 3, 1 by 3, so on. In the third table, that is a 0, 1, 0, this is my optimal. Okay, no, it's not an optimal, so again enter 3 and 3. So look at that, this is not an optimal, and the final answer after the two phases 3.5. so look at that, this phase 2 is, and so 3 by 5, look at the optimal is 3 point is my 0.6, this is my 1.2. look at that, x1, x2, rest all are 0. Solution is minus 2.4. Solution is minus 2.4. So this is a way you can solve this simplex method. I again said you that this you have to save this SIMP code. This one you can copy this, okay, in your same folder where your main program lies that. So I hope you can learn this two-phase method very efficiently. Next lecture we will cover the MATLAB code for the bigger method. Still, if there is any doubt regarding any of the other video, you can browse this YouTube channel link. You can find the other optimization techniques, MATLAB code as well as the theory lectures. Till then, best of luck, students.